Ready?
Yeah.
What it saying, Zell?
You are live.
We
We
are
are
live
live.
right now.
It's not popped up on YouTube yet, but it says you are live.
Okay, I'm watching it. It's probably live. What's up, y'all?
What's going
We are
on?
in the building. We live. We are live. Welcome to BYND Sunday. Listen. Live for the first time in the studio.
Yes.
For the first time in the studio. Okay. This man needs no introduction,
Okay.
but I'm going to introduce him.
You better.
The originator.
This is
Okay.
your daddy.
You can show him, Marty. What he said?
This is your daddy. This is your daddy.
Hey, he definitely Pops, man. We want to welcome Pops into the studio. Let's make some noise for Pops, man.
Drop the bomb.
I made it.
To BYND.
I mean, MegaFest I thought was amazing.
yeah.
10,000 people downtown Easter Sunday. Thousands this weekend. But I'm on BYND Sunday.
Yes.
BYND Sunday.
Come on now.
Welcome in.
I'm here.
You are here.
Thank you for being here.
So listen,
I'm
if you don't
humble.
know who my Pops is, man, the originator, the first. It's many that came after, but he was the first with the jerseys on the stage, preaching in the stadium, beds on the stage. Let's do it. We were talking about this earlier. First one in a black church to have the multiple locations,
Wow.
and they're watching
Yes.
on the screen, west side, east side, all sides
Mm.
of the
Right.
city. 10 over. How many people have joined the church by this time?
I'm not going into that.
Over a lot of people.
A lot
Millions
of-
have been
a few
impacted.
people, a few people.
But more than
have
all of that, man, my Pops. And what can I say, man? He's the GOAT, if you don't know.
What a resume.
No,
Huh?
no.
What a resume. He's the GOAT. That's all. We gonna sum it up. He the GOAT.
I'm with the Shackster and La Nene. And Ray Dog. Let's get it.
Shackster. All right, so you came to BYND Sunday. It's a little bit different than how we do most things, Pops. Are you ready?
Ask me again.
Are you ready? It's
What
a
am I
little
saying?
bit different than how we do.
I'm not scared.
You're not scared?
He ain't scared.
Hey, all the way up. He all the way up.
He's hilarious with that dance, man.
So, I mean, it's been a crazy time for you, man. It's been a lot going on.
Yes.
It's a different kind of season in your life. I mean, you have like
Mm.
different seasons that you've been a part of. How would you explain this season that you're in right now? Like how is this different than 10 years ago, 5 years ago?
Because
all
of
that?
you three and 4 and 5 sitting here and a bunch like you that have given me a second win. Absolutely. The Lord sent all these young people with crazy energy, crazy giftings. And, you know, I like to do what I do, but you guys just brought a new energy to the church. And it's like, I get to do it with my son. LeBron wants to play with Bronny. I'm playing with Bronny now.
Oh, amen.
Okay. And so if God lets us do this another 10 years, and then these geniuses, LaShanae, they see her on this show, but they don't know also in terms of assisting us. She has what I call a beautiful mind. Shaq has the kind of charisma that just makes everybody want to love him. So I'm just on another level. And then just all the media, it's just crazy, man. So to answer your question more succinctly, I feel like, honestly, I'm 30 again. I'm down 20 pounds. You know, the gun show's
show
coming
the
back.
gun show.
Don't do that.
Bow.
Can we zoom in?
Bow.
Gun
You know
show
what I mean?
over
Don't
there,
do
this
that.
is
Don't
what we
do
got.
that. You know
Don't
what
do
I mean?
that.
I'm
Hold
doing
on, we're
pull-ups.
gonna zoom in on
Don't
this.
do that. Huh?
That's
Is
big.
it
Oh, they
real?
want the
Hey,
gun
that's
show?
big
Yeah,
Vernon.
They know. They
Flex.
know. You know, no body fat.
Huh?
Listen, I was sleeping with your mother the other night.
Oh my God.
You know, I sleep with your mother, and your mother was like, "Your
Oh,
body
come
different."
on, man. We don't want to
Oh,
hear
I thought it was a different type of thing. I thought
Pastor.
Sunday.
Go ahead,
That's
Pastor.
too far.
Be
I went
free.
too far.
Be free.
Oh, that's midnight.
Be
Sunday.
free.
That ain't beyond
You know,
Sunday.
I
That's
thought
Be
so.
after
free.
dark. That's after dark Sunday. So, Pops, let me ask you a
Yes,
question.
yes.
They are saying, the streets are saying you are the Kevin Samuels of the gospel as far as speaking truth out here. And letting women know what they got to do to get a man, letting men know what they got to do to keep a woman.
I'd rather call him, God rest his soul, the R.A Vernon of the secular world.
Huh?
I'm not the Kevin Samuels. I'm R.A Vernon. Listen, I'm spitting truth but I'm spitting truth, not for hits, man.
Yeah.
Not for money, not to get likes. I've been speaking this for 20 years. So, check the tape. I've been on TV 20 years talking about sexuality and realness. I'm not new to the party. Now it's clickbait. Now it's let me get some followers and people who are trying to become, God bless you. God put me on the stage 20 years ago. And so, yes, I want to be relevant, but not at the risk of saying stuff I don't mean. So for me, this whole idea of sexuality and family, I'm straight up a man and his wife and their children.
Yeah.
That's God's will for family. And I'm just at a place now where I'll die for that. And whatever that means, it means. So, I'm not playing hero ball. I just want to make so Shaq and LaShanae and all of you marry well.
Yeah.
Make good decisions. So I'm going to be radical, man.
So Shaq,
Whatever
go
it
ahead.
takes.
So I just want to say, I was just talking about this. It's like, if we get all this good teaching and pick wrong, we will be crazy.
Yeah.
We will be crazy, because one thing I'm gonna say is the teaching that he gives on family and relationally,
Top tier.
is above top tier.
Right.
It's crazy to me. So especially me, I'm a single man.
That's right.
You heard what I said. I'm a
The
single
world
man.
is your oyster.
So, dude, we was
Yeah.
talking about this roster thing. The other. So no, because you want to come in the teachings and the preachings. So ask him that question that you wrote down there.
Now
brother.
we can ask the question.
Ask the question there.
I ain't
Let me
scared.
have it.
Not pastor.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
is it okay? Is it okay for a single man or single woman to have a roster? And what I mean by that is, like, all right, you haven't figured it out yet. You feel me? You kind of dating him, kind of dating her. Trying to figure it out. Is it okay for a single man, a single woman?
Saints don't play date, and saints date on assignment.
Yes, sir.
Which means one at a time. One at a time, because I'm trying to find my wife, not the man of the month. So when I date one woman or one man at a time, because I'm looking for my husband. And the moment I see you're not, that's our last date. Because we too grown to keep going out.
Facts.
Because we're going to sleep together. Because I'm not gay. I like beautiful women. I'm a heterosexual brother. You got body. You got something I like, or I would have never taken you out. So apparently you got mad body. You got something I like, because I wouldn't have took you out. So the second I see you're not my wife, if I'm saved for real and trying to honor God, that's our last date.
It's over with.
Because I'm too sexual to keep playing. Yeah, we're gonna end up in the bed. Now, here we are with another soul tie. So no, Shaq, you date one. Shaq, I think you a pimp. Yeah, I got security watching you. I think you a church pimp, a big church pimp. You a big pimp. And people watching you right now.
Listen,
I'm just playing.
You
Shaq
got
is all right
multiple
with me.
people that you text, and even that is like, you know what I mean?
Out of line.
Out of line.
I have no Bible for that.
Yeah.
But I believe the sort of he that findeth a wife, there's an assignment. I'm looking for my wife. You guys remember Tevin Campbell. One girl supplies my physical needs. Another girl provides. Yeah, so it's like,
we don't do that.
no, not saints. Everything is in my wife. And so you looking for everything. It's one-stop shop, baby.
Don't be playing around.
No.
If you dating intentionally, you date one person at a time.
At a time.
Soon as it's over with, it's over with. You figure it out, she's not the one.
You saying that to you?
I'm speaking
Oh, you
to
speaking
my
to- okay, got it.
that's to my past self.
No, the second you see there's not a divine connection, and that's for women too. At the end of that date, you say, thank you so much. It was an honor for you to even consider going out with me. I don't sense a divine connection. And my pastor taught me that if I don't sense that, out of honor for women, not to prolong it or to lead you on. So, respectfully, this will be our last time going out, but I want to thank you for going with me.
So, Pastor, what about, because you talk about how men seem to be more physical than women, but it's women that's physical too.
Yeah.
What about if she needs something sexually? She want to know if he got it before.
I've always thought that's a heck of a question. Because here's the reality. There's some things you got to walk by faith. Because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to see what's in his pants until you get married. Now that's real. I'm gonna kill you. You shouldn't have went there, because watch this. If she had did what she was supposed to do, whatever he had would be the best she ever had.
Oh my goodness.
So the reality is, when I done let a lot of brothers hit and run, now I got some expectations that are real, which is some of the penalty of doing what you do early.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
good.
Watch this, because you didn't have Long John Silver and God bless him. And yeah, you know what I mean? And one brother then did this to you. And so now there's some real comparisons and things like that you got to be mindful of. It's not God's will. You pay for sin. So there's some straight up people who just had a lot of people before they got married. And now they need this one person to be all that. And it could be a struggle.
That's good.
So
That's good.
let me ask you this. A lot of people, one of the things you're known for, men, get what you like. You had this rule, I think it's crazy, 90-10. We were talking, maybe it's 95. Most of the time, you say 90% of the women you look at should not, to you, be more attractive than your wife.
Absolutely.
But let me ask you this.
Absolutely.
Now, the ladies, and this is one of the things I think is, I don't know if anybody told the truth like this before you. You say women, that's not the same for you technically, where maybe they have to be 90% more attractive than most men that you see. You wrestle with the difference between the men and the women and attractive. Can you talk about that?
I don't wrestle with it. I'm sure about it. Yeah,
it ain't the same for
I
ladies?
didn't just fall off a wagon.
Yeah.
I'm married to the same woman for over 2 decades.
Yeah.
I counsel thousands of women. I've written 2 books on it. I've done a lot of research. Most women are different than men. There's always the exception.
Yeah.
But the majority of women, you do not have to be the greatest looking guy that ever lived. Come on, Biggie. Come on, Jay-Z. Jay-Z got a lot of flavor, but he ain't exactly handsome. If he watching this, don't make a rap about me. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm about to kill y'all. Y'all shouldn't have brought me.
Oh my goodness.
If Jay-Z don't have the hottest mouth game, rap game in the world, charisma, Beyonce ain't looking at him twice. I'm going here.
I
At
agree
the
with
same
that.
time, watch this.
I agree with that.
Beyonce could have been working at McDonald's. He would have chose her.
Facts.
He would have took her out of McDonald's and said, quit your job. I got you.
Hey, listen.
Watch this. Because for a man, it's sight
Yeah.
most. For women, it's that dog in you. It's that
Facts.
accomplishment. And all of a sudden, you look sexy to her because of what you killing.
Yeah.
A woman can be killing it, a good mother, but either she got what you want or she don't.
Facts.
Lashanae, you agree?
She ain't got to agree. she too young to know.
I agree though. I do agree.
If you got that
do
dog
agree.
in you.
So he
Come
can be
on.
ugly. He can be.
Biggie
I
was,
didn't
God
say all
bless,
that.
Let me
Biggie.
ask you a question.
I'ma
The guy
keep saying
come up to you
Biggie.
right now. He a millionaire. He got it going on. Whatever. He's ugly. He's not your type. But he shoots your shot. You letting him have
You
you?
hurt in the face?
Hurt in the
I don't
He
know
hurt
about
in
hurt
the
in the
face.
face though.
Hurt.
I might be one of them rare people because I do got to be attractive,
no,
but
Let me add a
charisma. It's more.
let me add a
It's more than
caveat.
money.
No,
though.
because I don't want to make it that shallow. A
Yeah.
woman got a certain type.
Yeah.
So you got to be in the ballpark.
Yeah.
I mean, if she kind of likes tall with a little muscles, maybe
Yeah.
your face ain't
Thank
boom,
you,
but you got
Jasper.
that dog and you smell good.
Just a little bit.
You got to have something.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
just saying, for men, we like what we like.
Yeah.
There's certain body parts, certain bras got to have, or they're not going to be attractive.
So you suggest, because you know a lot of guys, and you can talk to this single brother. She real cool. Like she my best friend.
That ain't enough.
That ain't enough.
I knew her
No.
since she to my homie.
No.
I can be with her a week long and not get bored.
No,
Nope. That ain't enough.
your mama. Can I talk about your mama for a minute?
That ain't enough.
You know I
Just a little
sleep.
bit.
You know I sleep with your mama.
I do.
Let me be clear.
A lot. Like you tell me a lot.
When I'm not spiritual, I'm still sexual.
Mm,
Yeah, when my Holy Spirit is off, my nasty not.
mm.
So I'm
crazy.
always there's certain things, there's certain things I need, and I know this sounds strong coming from a pastor, but the second half of my pastorate, I'm trying to save marriages. I'm the one that sat with pastors who said, I love her. She's the mother of my children. She's a beautiful first lady pastor. She's a beautiful first lady dad. but I don't want to sleep with her sometimes
Mm.
because I like a woman with a big blah, 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 or this. And my wife
She said,
don't
"Oh."
have that.
Mm.
So I'm asking myself, why would you marry somebody who don't have what you need in your bed?
Mm.
They try to make that exception.
So as a man, I'm saying, yeah, you got to pray about her mental health and pray about her daddy's devils and pray about her mama's mess. You should not be praying, Lord, make her breast bigger.
Mm.
That's just stupid. You should not be praying, Lord, make her taller. She's short.
Mm.
And somebody would have loved her the way she was. You should have got what you needed.
Mm.
So that's raw. It seems superficial when I say it, but I ain't told one lie.
Man,
I've been doing this too long.
he literally says that the realest that you could give it.
Yeah.
And it's facts.
Yeah.
It's facts. And Lashane, I know what you mean, but I just don't see it. Like, you know how many girls come to me? What's your type of man? Oh, I like a tall man, you know, muscly. They come and get this keg. They like the keg.
Oh,
still.
why shot Denzel?
They like the keg. Still short the keg. They like the keg.
He love it when you call him Big Papa.
Listen,
What's
I
that,
get a best hug.
He love it when you
that.
call him Big
But
Papa.
y'all
He
said-
told me that.
Y'all said hurt in the face. Like y'all was being real dramatic with it.
Hurt in the
Ballpark.
face.
All right.
Hurt in the face, but he
That-
come put that
no-
game on you with
No
that.
homo. Jay-Z's hurt in the face, bro.
He wasn't
Listen.
when he got with Beyonce.
Let me say this in case he's watching. I ain't no better looking than Jay-Z. I'm not under any illusions. Some guys are just straight up handsome. I ain't no gay brother, but I can look at a brother and say, that's a handsome brother.
Yeah.
I knew I had to be smart, have a few dollars, some charisma, work my butt
Yeah.
off. That's just it. That is what it is. So you know what I mean.
So let me ask you this. Pops. Let me ask you this. Monty, we good? You on me? All right. Let me ask you this. Now, what is it when you're counseling these people 10 years married, 20 years married, whatever it is, and you are seeing what's usually leading to somebody being unhappy, right? Or unsatisfied. What is that thing that you're usually hearing? Like somebody that's 1 year married right now, 2 years, whatever it is. What's the thing when you sit in a counseling session, maybe they've been married for 10 years, 20 years, or from your experience, that is like, that's what makes me, for most of the time, I became unhappy when this happened. Or if I can go back, I wouldn't have done this. What's the thing that we can avoid to not end up like that in 20 years, 10 years?
I can honestly say that it varies based on the person.
Okay.
For many of them, it is really home of origin issues where they just didn't shoot it straight about the stuff they dealt with growing up.
Got you.
About the fact I didn't see my mama clean up.
Yeah.
I didn't see my mama cook. I didn't see my mama jump for a man. And now this brother has these expectations like, look, I need that. I seen my mother do that for my father. So home of origin issues, which is why I'm going to do this dating tour again, this one night stand, because I'm trying to get singles to talk about all of it. From the moment I meet you, it's an interview. Now you can leave, but I'm saved.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for a side chick or something to hit. I'm looking for my wife. So I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you. And you can know what's wrong with me and see if the worst thing that's wrong with you is still worth me staying with you. Most people, Shaq, I'm telling you, don't ask me why. They don't talk enough. They don't talk enough.
Yeah.
And there's something about this ring that reveals.
So they don't talk enough before.
Do you
They don't
think
talk.
that's something you can get past when it comes to like, okay, the home of origin? Boom. She didn't clean for me. I mean, my mom wasn't cleaning for a man. She wasn't cooking for a man. And now you in a situation with a man that expects that. Is that something that is like, all right, you're not my wife?
No,
or is
you
that
can
something
get
like,
past
let's work on
with
this?
God's grace and work. It's not much you can't get past. We can make enough money that somebody else clean it up for us. Cool. She cooked, she cleaned. You loving me, you speaking into my life. There are ways to get around just about anything, but there has to be a willingness and an honesty. Then sometimes it's just too toxic.
Yeah.
And people don't like this part of my teaching. God hates divorce. He don't permit it.
Yeah.
Can you talk more about
I
that?
said God hates divorce.
When's the divorce time? When is it like it's time for divorce?
To
That's
me,
tough,
when there's
right?
a kind of toxicity,
Okay.
literally that my kid's gonna be in therapy. Yeah, we so sick together. It's so unhealthy. You know, this second half of my pastor, you guys just got here. I've been doing this 22 years in this house. And there are couples where he's been in the basement 9, 10 years. They don't touch. They ain't making love. I've seen couples. It's like, why y'all playing?
They roommates.
Yeah. So it's like God hates divorce. You need to have one of the big three to get divorced. Again, that is adultery, abandonment, abuse. All right. But if you don't go to work and not even trying to go to work, in a very real sense, you've abandoned us. In a very real sense, you're abusing us. My kid's hungry. So all abuse is not hitting me.
That's good.
And you can call me enough MFs and enough Bs where literally I am becoming mental because of you. And it's better for us not to be together. So I hate divorce. I've witnessed it. I know what it's about. It's had an impact on my family. It won't happen with my wife and I. God say the same. But there are times when if you just gonna keep playing around on me, go and leave me. Yeah, I really believe that. You want to keep playing with another woman, playing with another man, I recommend divorce.
You are a smooth talker, a smooth operator. How did you know when you were like, were you always like this? Were you like 13, 12 out here being smooth? Were you always one of these guys? What's up? How you doing, sir? Were you always smooth? Was you the smooth dude?
No, sir.
And when did you know, like, I want to be a preacher?
Corny.
For real?
Corny. Absolutely. Not the best looking. They used to call me cone head down the way. That's why I keep a little hair on my head because my head kind of got a point to it. They used to call me Spock because I had big ears.
Could
blinkers,
you always flow? Did
blinkers.
you always have a...
I always could freestyle. Always thought quickly. Always was the best reader in my class. And my mom was young, and it's no secret, you know, sometimes being so young, some drinking issues. So it wasn't like I was being taught how to read at home. And yet me and my sister were the best readers in our class. Sometimes God just gives you a grace and a brain and a gift that gets you out of what you in. You have no idea. I don't know who taught me how to read. I don't remember anybody teaching me. And yet, best reader in the class. Things have always come to me fast, extemporaneous. I'm able to sometimes preach with nothing in front of me. My Bible, you know, the Bible, my brain. But no, not this crazy charisma. That's why I'm so proud of you, because you have, watch this, what I didn't have. And that is two people telling you since you got to this world, you a dog. Your name R.A. So you have a certain belief in who you are that I didn't have. I didn't believe I was that great. I didn't believe that I could have women. I wasn't the best looking. I wasn't being affirmed at home. I'm living in different places. So I ain't had that dog in me that you had from birth. I had to develop it.
So you live one life where you didn't have it, and now you experience a life where somebody did. What's the difference between the two of the individuals you think when they're growing up?
I'm sorry. Mom and I talk about you and your siblings all the time. Like, you just got a certain confidence, but yet a certain humility. There's the 3 H's we talk about. All right. Hungry, humble. All right. Always be hungry, always be humble, and be holy. And if you walk in those 3 things where I'm hungry, I want it. Look at VARR Studios. I mean, you got your team. I mean, I'm looking like this is you. This is you and my girl, my daughter-in-law. I'm looking at La Chanel. I'm looking at Shaq opening up, you know, these clubs and for Christians and La Chanel, who just came on our team. I see this boldness on you guys at a young age because you're hearing this word, you're walking into confidence. You, of course, being raised in the house. The best thing any person can do, watching me, whatever, is to marinate in your 2 parents' love for 18 years. That's the best thing. If you can marinate in the love of 2 parents for 18 years, you already got a running start.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shaq.
This is teaching. I'm listening. This is teaching. I'm gonna tell you right now. He could try to play like, oh, he was like corny and lame. Charisma, one thing I know, charisma is not.
So you always, he's saying he had charisma.
He had charisma. He had to tap into it.
Here's what I did not have: the boldness
to walk in.
I did not think that a great looking girl would like me. I didn't think that. I didn't have that. I'm a late bloomer. I'm telling you guys, it was not. I was single and killing the game preaching. I preached 62 times my first year of preaching. I wasn't even a pastor. I got through preaching my first sermon. The next Sunday, somebody invited me, and 62 times that year I preached in somebody's church.
Oh my goodness!
And I wasn't even a pastor.
When did you know preaching was it? Like you?
Now that I knew.
So let me ask you that, because you said nobody told you. Nobody was saying.
No.
You how old, first of all?
Probably 9.
You 9.
9.
9
I'm a
years
pastor.
old.
I ain't know nothing.
They have, y'all don't know these two people, Jasper Williams, C.O. Franklin,
C.O.
Aretha Franklin's daddy,
Right.
was killing the game in the 40s and 50s in Detroit, Michigan, mega church, selling albums on the radio in the 50s. Jasper Williams, who's still alive in Atlanta now, his son's helping him, Salem Baptist Church. They had albums back in. Y'all heard of albums, right? You a DJ.
Yeah.
So they would play his album, Jasper Williams. And I grabbed me a towel like it was my handkerchief, and the salt shaker was my microphone. And Jasper, and you know, God, and oh Lord, and I'm just preaching, like just practicing hooping. And you know, God, and
So when you heard it the first time, what grabbed you?
because I went to hear Jasper Williams, it was like somebody going to a rap concert who wants to rap, or a hooper going to see Jordan for the first time. I'm 9, 10 years old. Jasper Williams is at Mount Gilead Baptist Church. Somebody watch from Mount Gilead. The late Freddie Brown right there on Cedar Avenue. He comes out in a tuxedo. He would do revivals 5 nights, wear different colored tux every night with the tails on it. He got up and said, and God said to Moses, when thou shalt go into thy people, they shall say unto you, who is it that sent you? No notes, no Bible. I was gone.
You was in love from that moment. You was
and then shut it down. I'm like, I'm doing that. I just knew I've never wanted to be a basketball player, a lawyer, an attorney. I'm one of the few, even out of my brothers across the country, I'm one of the few guys I know in this world that has always wanted to do what I'm doing.
Yeah. Didn't have a before, like a
no
dream.
Jonah.
No
Jonah. God had to slam me.
Right.
No 10 chicks and God, let me go to Jesus now because I've been on drugs. And no, I'm doing the only thing. So when people see me and they think it's Big Pimpin, I'll be cracking up. I'm like, Big Pimpin? I'm like, I've been getting ready for this for 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so how am I a pimp? I've been practicing one thing since I was 40 years and got a degree in it. And 3 of them. And no, I'm serious. So it's like, I didn't do this for no money. I didn't know you could blow up. There was no mega churches in this beautiful city called Cleveland. If you had 300 members in a Cadillac, you was the dog. 300 members coming in a Cadillac. Ooh!
That's all. That was the dream.
My
That's
God.
all you would have needed.
No, realistically, if you had 500 people coming and you had a Cadillac and just maybe they was helping you with your house note, you was the man. So I never wanted to preach for money because I didn't know there was money in it. I'd already settled. I'm not gonna have a lot of money, but I'm gonna help people and I'm gonna do what I love. And then it just said bang.
But it's okay. The fact that I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I didn't took it from you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, okay, because I have a question.
I'm loving it.
And I want to know, you and Lady Vernon, you all work together. Y'all have businesses together. What advice do you have for those couples that are exploring the entrepreneurship of their relationship or are already kind of working together in that aspect of business?
Listen, I'm the first to tell you, my son, Ray over there, he's more of the entrepreneur of the family. I'm doing what I do because I have to. It's just right there for me. Whether it's real estate or some books. I mean, anything I can do to make sure the Vernon legacy goes on. But what I'm doing right now is what I do. I'm a pastor in my soul. There are pastors who have a calling to business. It's always been in them. I do business because business puts food on my kids' table. But passion is inside you. And my passion is pastoring. Yeah, right now on this mic is what makes me come alive. The word church, the fact that there's 90 guys out there playing basketball, another 50 over there rehearsing something, somebody else in the other campus building doing something. That's what I was born to do. Everything else flows out of that. Yeah. So I'm trying to tell pastors, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It just depends on how big that basket is. If Netflix your basket, you don't need no other baskets. Right.
Right.
You think
the water church is my basket?
You think pastoring and preaching has been watered down? So there was a time where when you first started, early 2000s, people may not know, pastoring wasn't like the sexy thing to do yet.
Mm-mm.
You know, I look at y'all as like, you know how you got the 03 draft with like Brian
The
and
2000s.
Mello and Dwayne. That's like you, Jamal, Dewey,
Mm-hmm.
all of y'all that's like that just killed the early 2000s, set the way. But y'all made pastoring sexy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you start coming on TV every Sunday, and now they seeing that
That's
you
the
can
point.
win off of it. And now is it watered down to like anybody can just come up
Well,
and say,
you made a powerful statement, and I talked about this. We are the first generation of pastors that were raised on hip hop.
Ooh.
So that means something. We had another flavor.
right?
The pastors before us were Motown. The pastors before them were blues, B.B. King. We were the first pastors that were reared and raised on the same music y'all like now. That's why we don't seem as old to y'all.
Thanks.
See, the guys that were pastors before us, they were 40, but they looked 60 to us.
Yeah.
You know, they had an old style, you know, what's up, Doc? What's up? They just old. You know, I look back, even the women, you know, the women were 35 and looked at 50.
Yeah.
The first ladies with the big hats and the dresses and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stockings. And I'm looking back like they was only 35 when I was little.
Y'all
I
was
promise they
yeah.
seemed 60.
Then Pastor Vernon pulled up Jersey
Then you was Jersey
with the drip.
What made you say I'm going Jersey? Now listen, y'all, this was not normal.
No.
It's normal now.
I
That's why I
remember-
want to ask you.
I
is it
remember
watered
when
down?
it happened.
You set
First
the
of all,
It's early 2000s. Break us down. I know the story.
I was just like everybody else. Fat tie, 10-piece suit, 12 pockets on it, pleats. One of the Browns players, Corey Fuller, I always love him. One day said, man, you changing my life. I catch a football for a living. You changing lives. He said, I'm taking you to buy your Mercedes. He said, and I'm getting you 10 suits made. So he got me 10 suits made, however I wanted them, a tailor from California. He said, that's how much you changed my life. So I'm wearing tailored suits. We on TV, we're on national TV. And I'll never forget, it was like an epiphany. I looked and said, all of us look alike. I said, all of us look alike. And I'm sort of mimicking what they look like. I just had to be honest. All of my boys, killing the game, fat tied. And I said, I got to do something different. I want to do something different. I got up on a Sunday. Some people are still here and said, starting next week, whatever you want to wear to this church, it's not about clothes. It's about souls.
Ooh.
I said, from now on, we got one rule, dress comfortable, but respectful. It flipped the game.
Is that where
It flipped. I started wearing jogging suits. I said, dress how you feel. If you want to get clean some weeks, do that. But I'm going to chill for a minute. And I abandoned suits and ties that day.
When did you see everybody else doing it in the nation? Literally.
Not
around the
right
world?
away. That, you know, I was the first on that.
Yeah.
I mean, no question. Now, of course, it's everybody.
Right.
And so, and again, I'm not like everybody steal from somebody. I
Right.
stole from a bunch of people. So I do take a lot of pride in knowing we led the way in casual church. You know, we did. So
do you think it's watered down now, preaching and like this idea of kind of doing this, you know,
Yes,
like, because
I
as
do.
you said,
Yes,
you
I
found
do.
a way to find your own lane. Do you see anybody finding their own lane now, or do you be like, it's a bunch of just same out here?
it's kind of hard now because the freeway is real crowded.
Yeah.
So the freeway is crowded. So it's hard now to do something that hasn't been done. In an attempt to be different and to get people to watch them, now people are trying a whole lot. Too gimmicky, too many tricks. So yeah, and in terms of preaching, I got something, that's a whole nother time. You guys have to have me back. But I have moved, what I'm gonna say, the average person won't believe it. Do you know how good of a speaker you gotta be? Get your head around this. To stand up and start talking and ask people to listen to you for 35 minutes
Right.
with a phone in their hand. I am now convinced, I may write something on this, do some teaching in some universities on homiletics, because I think very few people should speak 35 minutes in front of the public.
Yeah.
And I'm too old to lie. I'm one of them, I think, that has that ability. The ability to stand up and talk. And I got my phone in my hand and I listen to you for the same length that a TV show comes on. You need to have some gifting to do that.
Facts.
So I'm now at a place where I believe only maybe 10% of preachers should preach publicly. Yeah, I think most of them should do jail ministry. There's a calling on their life. I'm seriously
Jeez.
walk down the street, help people. But there's need to be, and I'm not talking about hooping or singing. I'm talking about whatever. You got to have something
Yeah.
that says, I'm gonna look at this YouTube channel for 35 minutes because you got something to say.
Yeah.
I'm not at a place where I'm like, most people don't have that.
Yeah. And I don't think I can personally explain what it is,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I think y'all got it. Y'all two got it. I can listen to Ray. I can listen to Pastor. I
Do me a
pay
favor,
attention.
Shaq. Don't put me and Ray in the same. Like, no, you kind of say. You said. I mean, don't mention me and Ray in the same. That's like Jordan and like Craig Elo from the.
Oh yeah.
And, I mean, Ray. But I'm saying
You the GOAT. That's the
no, but
he the baby
Do
GOAT.
me a favor. That's my
This the
son. I
baby
love.
GOAT.
Oh my
Do me a
God.
there's levels to this. So do me a favor. Seriously. Don't mention me and Ray together.
Right,
Like
right.
Ray is like y'all
Yeah.
playing around with YF on a Friday here and there.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
That's true.
practicing.
Actually, Shaq, don't mention
You
this.
know.
Actually, my last sermon, I think it got more views than his last.
Oh man! Oh yeah! Oh my
Hey, you
goodness.
goated. We know
RA
you
versus
goated.
RA 2. Oh my
You know you
goodness.
goated. Let me ask you this then. Your top 5 preachers of all time.
Wow.
No order, just your top 5.
That's a cold question for preachers. That's cold. Okay, so I got hoopers in here. So I'm gonna go C.L. Franklin.
1.
Gotta go Gardner Taylor. Gotta go GOAT. I gotta go GOAT. Gotta throw Jakes in there. Just because to me, in terms of narrative theologian, narrative teacher, making you feel like you can see the text, storyteller, nobody like GOAT. I would throw in, believe it or not, a Ralph West. That kind of Baptist flow. I like theology guys that can shut it down. If you want to know the truth, I like guys that maybe give me that seminary flow, 3 points. They're talking some European scholars, Tillich and Balch and Thurman and James Cone, Black theology, and then can kill it at the end. That's more my style than the new guys who I so appreciate, who are more just telling stories and, they're killing the game, got way more followers than me, but I'm too old to lie. I like seminary style preaching and then yodel at the end. Yodel.
What's the yodel?
Oh Lord. And God, I still like that. I still like it.
You got one more spot.
I got one more spot. Yeah. Favorite preachers of all time. I got, I'm a Baptist boy growing up. I got to go Jasper Williams.
Yeah.
I got to go Jasper.
Pastor, what's on your music playlist? What are you listening to?
Wow. This is real talk. Ray, no, I'm not lying. I don't have one.
He got the same playlist as 19,
Yeah.
whatever. When he stopped listening to secular music is when he stopped adding to his
Listen
playlist.
to music.
I
Okay.
Which was
mean,
1980.
we talking secular gospel. What we
Just
talking?
period. Like, what do you? If you press play, what are your top songs? What are you listening to?
I mean, I'll still do Gap Band.
The Gap Band?
Yeah, Outstanding. Marvin Gaye, Got to Give It Up. I'm stuck. Ray said I'm stuck. Hip hop. I'm 80s, 90s hip hop. I'm still EPMD. I'm still
EPMD. You got a verse. You got something
Huh?
that you still got one in your head.
Fresh cut like Anita Baker. Looked up and down and said, I take her.
No, hold on, Pastor. You used to be a rapper.
Yes.
I knew it.
Freestyle.
No, it's too. It's
You still
too
got a bar.
good.
Could you give a
Freestyle.
bar now if you had
Can,
it?
can we get a freestyle
If you
bar?
absolutely needed a bar.
It's been a long time. It seems so far. But now I'm sitting up in my son's studio called VARR.
Oh!
I'm here. So it comes to me kind of fast. It does.
That was on.
That's
there.
where
He
you
was
got
ready.
it
I got a little
from.
bit of
That's
that.
where you got
I
it
like
from.
but I got a little bit of that. Every once in a while. That's what's up. And if you got one service and you got one praise team and one pastor one last time to listen to, what's your choir? What's the song you want to hear for sure before you get out of here? If you had to listen to some choir songs, what you need and who you got preaching?
Last time. Ooh, that's crazy. You know, I could throw another person in there too that I fell in love with in terms of modernity. You know, I'm in love with Chapman out of Detroit.
Yeah.
Tellis Chapman, who's running for National Baptist president, and he's another one that can kill the text, and then just shut it down. In terms of a choir, you know, I like still a Jesus Can Work It Out. We're singing this weekend. George asked me, I said, sing I Should Wear a Crown.
Ooh, that's
then we singing Pass Me Not.
Is it important for us to keep that going?
Absolutely.
This next generation?
We're going to. And yet the reason why we killing the game at the word, because I got enough sense also to understand I need the other flow. You know what I mean? I need elevation worship. I need what some of our white brothers and sisters are doing. Okay. I love the new flow. So I told my girl, and I guess we ran out of time, but I said this. I told my girl, I said, if I'm on vacation, and we struggle with this too, where do I want to go to church? And in Cleveland, where do I want to go when I'm not preaching? Where do I want to go? And I told her, I said, you know what I want? I want to go to a church where when I first walk in, of course, the love and all that is there, but the worship takes me into his presence. So I tend to like CCM worship when the service starts. When that's done, I want the choir to wreck me for 2 songs and take me down south. Then I want a preacher who's probably seminary trained, who's going to argue that text, Shakespearean, Platonic, kill me hermeneutically, exegete, unearth that text, give me some life application, 2-3 points, some humor, and then shut it down. Oh my God, that's church for me. You're going to love this. I then told her, let's go back and be what I love. That's when I implemented our new flow and said, we going worship for young people who like CCM at the altar, jumping, running. We're going to sing 2 choir songs. And I'm learning even our young people up on their feet. They want that. And then I said, I'm going to preach in a way that the Lashanés and the Shacks are looking at me like he is talking to me. And yet my mom in love, who's 80 something in the back, like, preach, baby. So I'm preaching and teaching him the same thing, what I call incrementally. So I'm preaching 5 minutes for those who think a lot. So that's why you'll see me start my sermon real high with some words you never heard to let smart people know, oh, this ain't a dumb church.
You writing the words?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Shaq has a whole note page full of your words that he doesn't know that he's vocabulary.
See, look, you be up there, I'll be listening. You be like, yeah, so hermeneutically and it's in the middle of your sermon. I'm like, hermeneutically. And then you always, what I love about you is because after you say it, you know we don't know what it means. So you define it.
Yeah.
So
well,
I'm like,
I've learned it's better, you know, somebody said, why don't you come down? I said, no, why don't you come up? So it is the idea that when you've been preaching to the same people 22 years, they need some new words.
Facts.
Yeah, Paul said, I did not come to thrill you with entertaining words, but that's Paul in his context speaking to a group of people 2,000 years ago. Paul's now preaching to the same people 22 years.
Facts.
So I have a right to reinterpret Paul and say, no, Paul, there are times I have to say some words they don't know, because what Paul doesn't know, because he didn't live to see it, is now they have this.
Yep.
And now even grandma gets bored in 5 minutes. So you got 2 minutes to grab me while I'm looking at YouTube while you preaching. So I got to get you. And you got thinking people. We attract a lot of young professionals here. Everybody that runs every organization in Cleveland goes to the word. Every principal, every teacher, every major foundation, the CEOs go here. These are thinking people. So you just can't get up and say, you know, God told me to tell you he's a good God today. He's like,
gone.
I got to grab you cognitively and then be hood enough to get the brother who came in high. That's pastoring, baby.
We go ahead, Shaq. You want to say something?
I'm out of time. I gotta go. Y'all told me an hour. I've been up since 5:30 working. How long this go normally? Oh, y'all go 2 hours?
No, it's an hour. It's 7:57.
Oh, okay.
I want to ask you one last thing, Shaq. Did you want to say something before?
No, go ahead. You kick this off the podcast.
Let me ask you this before we leave. We
Listen,
going on this.
Y'all
one
ain't
too.
passing this our show. Let me go. Y'all think.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
20 years almost with mom. How do you still keep it interesting? How you still in love?
26 years this year.
26 years, over 20 years.
In February.
26 years. How you still liking her, still enjoying her?
Cause she cold. Have you seen her? Ray.
And what it
Oh
take?
my God.
Ray, she got that ta-ta. It's just it's
Oh my goodness.
it's bad. It's bad.
That's beyond
She looked
Sunday
better than most women.
episodes.
Ray, she looked better than every woman at the Word Church. She just cold. It's bad, Ray. I'm gonna go sleep with her right now. Listen, I'm gonna leave now, Ray, and go get in the bed with your mother. Take me a shower, just go to bed with your mother.
Right.
And try.
now.
I'm gonna give you a little brother. You want another little brother?
Oh,
You know what? I think we still got one more month. If we jump in right now, I think we can do it. I'm gonna go right now and just. I'm messing with you. No. I don't. It's more than that. You guys told me to have some fun, but I don't have to tell the word nation. Just the coolest girl I ever met, and gets me, understands me, and this is real. Makes me better, challenges me, loves me, provides for me, takes care of me. There's so many things wrong with me, but I married right. Yeah, so many things I wish I would have done differently. So many things I wish I had a do-over with when it comes to raising you guys. Lord knows leading this place. So many things. If I knew now or knew then but the one thing I never questioned, the best thing God ever did for me was Victory Rose Vernon.
praise God.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good, man. Listen, if you enjoyed this episode, I need you to drop some fire in the chat. The one and only Dr. Vernon was rolling with us, man. Listen, y'all have been supporting this like crazy, man. For the first time last week, we had so many people that was blessing us, and we need y'all to support this, man. We are trying to travel, take the world, and we need you to partner with us. It's right there in the description. Man, whatever you have, 10, 15, 20, whatever it is, you see us young people trying to do something that's different. I'll never forget again, we got a message last week. This girl messaged us and said, thank you. I'm a young Black girl trying to look for content, and I never thought I would find something like this. It only happens because of y'all, and you guys partner with us.
Is it up right now?
It's making a difference. It's in the description right now.
I'm going to sow $100. I did not tell you this.
Oh, man, thank you.
I'm going to
We
sow
appreciate it.
$100. And
You
I
get your
know,
glasses back, Lasha.
I mean that. But I want to do this if it's okay. I really mean this. And I didn't even know you guys did an offering for this.
Yeah.
I've been watching, but I've been busy, so I've never watched it to the end. I love this, and I love what's happening with it. And I want to ask about 10 people, if you feel led to sow 100 with me, if not so half of that with me. And I give my word, this ain't no money games. I'm finna sow $100 as soon as we get finished because I fear God, so I don't play money games. I'm going to sow. If you could do that, if not, Pastor, I don't have that. If you could do 25, whenever young people trying to do something, and selfishly, yes, my son is over there, but my spiritual children, everybody here, I think is under 30. I'm 30. This is crazy. And they killing it. And they could be someplace laid up having sex and just acting crazy. And every one of them are committed to Christ. And so support this. Let this thing go crazy. I've never seen anything called BYND Sunday. Everybody else is trying to act real serious and 20 years old, don't know nothing, everything yet, think they know everything.
Right.
Y'all not even acting like that. Y'all like, we're going to have some Christian fun. People need something like this. So I'm in.
Man,
you so
come on, let's
much.
make some noise for that. We
Praise
appreciate it.
God.
I'm in.
We just dropped it too, man, in the chat. So you see it right there in the chat, and it's in the description. We love y'all. It's been a great episode. Talk to him, Shaq. Give him the last words, like Shanae.
You know what's going on, man.
Is
Thank
there
y'all
anything
for
to sit on
tuning
this
in.
week? You got one thing to sit on?
Thank you. So y'all know I wasn't gonna leave y'all without the Shaq's international translation.
Shaq International Translation.
So
man.
so
We
let me
outta
get
here.
y'all right real fast while my pastor right here. Let me get y'all right real fast. So we gonna talk about Mark 10:9. That's NLT version.
Talk to him.
Mark 10:9. Get your Bibles. Go ahead, look at it. Let no one split apart what God has joined together. My pastor said, make it last forever.
Endeavor.
And ever.
Endeavor.
Make it last forever. Listen, as young people, I'm gonna tell you right now, soon that feeling leaves, or soon something feel like, it's not this phase. This what's it called?
Honeymoon phase.
The honeymoon phase no more. It's like we want to leave. We want to quit. Soon stuff not going our way. We want to quit on it. We ain't gonna never have nothing that lasting if we just quit on everything.
That's good.
If we just quit on everything that goes south for a moment, then we ain't never gonna have nothing to last. We gotta really lock in, y'all, because as my pastor says, family is important.
Yeah.
It's important after God, family.
Yeah.
It's important. We gotta lock in. I'm looking for my wife right now. But
You looking for your wife right
I'm
now?
gonna say too much.
If you out there, Shaq is ready. He want to add to the roster.
Oh,
But what? We love y'all.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all. Peace.
Bless you.
Monty, you can stop it.